Beautiful people, my name is Adonis and I have over 5K hours in Dead by Daylight and stream almost every day on Twitch.
To them though and do like, oh my god.
Today I will be going over how to greed.
Can I make it around again with this? I asked questions. I said no, actually. Yeah.
How to make killers fall for an FOV tech.
But whoa, brother.
How to best utilize your camera in chase, and something no one talks about in DBD, tracking killers with time.
W for them. He's over here.
And if you like what you see today, please consider giving the video a thumbs up and subscribing for more content like this in the future. Without further ado, let's begin. Listen, first engagements are crucial with a killer and will quickly tell you what you can and can't get away with, so pay attention. Within the first few seconds of seeing me, for some reason she decides to swing and she misses, already telling me she might be a little bit newer to the game. We'll take note of that. Step 1 is to greed. Remember, you have 3 hooks to give and a possible 6 health states if all goes well. Early on in your chases, you should see what you can and cannot get away with. You can sell the greed in various ways. This one I slowed down as if I was going to come to a full stop and drop the pallet as she got to me to get this perfect stun. If she respects it, congratulations, you just got some more info. Step 2 is loop tight and walk. Don't be afraid to walk in DBD. I know your first inclination is to run your little cheeks away, but until the killer commits to a move themselves, it's okay to take it slow. Step 3 is find your exits. In chess, you will consistently lose if you're only thinking about your current move and not your next few. As you're looping, find your exits. Look for other pallets and windows to chain together with the loop that you are currently on. Step 4 is going to be utilize windows before you drop pallets. What does that mean exactly? Well, your pallets don't come back, but windows are forever. A perk that might make this a little bit easier for you might actually be Windows of Opportunity. It's a great perk for finding windows and pallets within about 32 meters. Step 5 is going to be camera positioning. If you have your camera where you saw the killer last, you will surely know most of the time where they are going, or at the very least, where they can't be. If I'm looking towards this window and that wall on the right-hand side, I know for a fact the killer cannot be behind me or somewhere to my left. Same goes with this window. She never passed it, so she has to be behind me. Step 6, never forget about bloodlust. After the first 15 seconds of chase, the killer goes from 115% speed to 120. After 25 seconds of a chase, if the killer hasn't hit you or broken a pallet yet, they will be at 125% the chase. At 35 seconds, that killer will be approximately 130% speed. After utilizing your windows as much as you can, make sure you drop a pallet to reset that bloodlust. Now, let's watch the first part of that chase in real time and let me know, would you have done anything differently?
Wowie. How does one mess that up? That's where I'm going. To the real pallet, and then from here, maybe I can make that window. I feel like I definitely can, yeah. If I just don't look behind me. She gave me the good window here again. And then gives me this pallet. Might have to break that, I'll be honest. I'm definitely gonna drop it. Fine. That slows you back down, sister. That's cool with me. Go for this here. Alright, I just gotta get out of here now. So let's go anywhere else. Ooh, that's with a good window too. Yep.
Step 4 again, utilize the windows before you use the pallets. You can play this vault in 2 different ways. You can either fast vault it late enough where the killer doesn't have a chance to double back, or You can fake the window and hope that the killer swings and misses. A lot of these moves can be gambles. Once you have vaulted a window or a pallet, ensure that you fake in the direction that you actually don't want to go so that the killer can cut you off and push you in the direction that you do want to go. Step 7. Have you been counting? In your chase, you should be monitoring how many pallets you've dropped, how close in proximity to each other they might be, because you might be creating dead zones on a certain side of the map, and how many gens are left. To this point, I've only dropped one other pallet and it was nowhere near this one. I'm fairly certain I can actually make this window without dropping the pallet, but our team is a bit behind on gens, so I played it safe here instead. Corner check spots. Don't be afraid to pause in a location with a good vantage point to see if the killer has possibly doubled back or maybe left you altogether.
Oh shit, she stayed on me.
Once again, if you are enjoying this video, please do me a favor, like and subscribe for more content like this in the future. And now let's watch that entire sequence again, but in real time.
Yep. Okay. Vaulted again. Oh, Furiosa. I'm gonna fake it. Yank. Ooh. I did not mean to go through there. It's fake that way, then come back this way. Make her go the long way around. Okay, I thought I was getting double back there for a second. Is this open? Let me check. Oh, thank you. I just wanted to be safe. So now we could kind of like vault this for free here. Wait, what's she doing? Oh, she stayed on me. And I have to break that, sister. All right, now let's get away from this completely and we should be okay.
Step 8. Killers are learning. Don't forget you're not the only one picking up information. I've greeted many a pallet and Sadako is well aware. She will remember every single greed or fake of a pallet or window thus far and is deciding in her head whether she should respect or not. Sometimes you'll have great loops and sometimes you will fumble altogether. If this video can get to 500 likes, I'll break down a chase I had with a demo next where he had an amazing start, but I learned from my mistakes and had a way better finish.
Congratulations.
It's Endgame and the killer is chasing you. That skyrockets your chances for being camped. The killer doesn't have any gens to worry about anymore. Just her favorite
Little survivor main. Step 9. Who said stop greeting? It's endgame and you're injured. She thinks you're scared, but she has no idea you have an ace up your sleeve.
I'm not even gonna turn around, too scared.
You didn't turn the camera and now you have to suffer the consequences. Unless... Thank the Lord she's on controller and you get away scot-free. Amazing! But it's never that easy. She can smell you. She knows you haven't changed your bed sheets in 3 months and only wash up to your kneecaps. Oh, baby boy, she can smell you. Don't worry, she found you, but you never panic. No worries, you've dropped wood before and you aren't afraid to drop it again.
All right, my fault. I was getting let's get back to teaching. Looping downed pallets. Be careful. More than half the time, killers will hope that you panic and immediately vault back into their arms. Sometimes these are 50-50s you have to live with. But don't get caught staying in the same place vaulting back and forth. Switch it up by choosing a direction to go and play a little game of chance instead. Camera work. Once you find that red stain, try not to lose sight of it. Be comfortable with turning your camera. It's the #1 thing holding you back from looping better. Whenever you see a killer flip his red stain to hide it like this, there's a high chance he's probably moonwalking and is still coming from that same direction. Don't forget, fake the way you want the killer to chase you. Notice your options in chase. If the killer comes from this direction, you should go to the window for a perfect fast vault, but if the killer comes from this direction, you'll have to swing to the pallet and make a decision there instead. Step 10. Think fast. Mistakes happen. If you weren't paying attention, you might have missed it. Right there. Did you see it? One more time. Instead of her trailing behind me, she took this path. Either a brilliant mind game from her or she was completely lost. Either way, depending on her positioning, I would be going for one of two moves at this point. The Hail Marys, if you will. Either we FOV tech her.
Whoa, brother.
AKA field of view, which is spinning your character right in front of the killer, giving them the illusion that we are trying to run past them.
Let's try this again. Holy f, I'm cooked. FOV, you say? Oh my God. When in doubt, FOV it out, son.
To practice this, find the tree, wall, or any solid object and try to get as close to the objects as possible, but not allowing yourself to bump into them. Timing is also important. You want to do it right as they come around the corner and not a moment sooner or after. You want it to be more so of a surprise. But this killer was way too close to me, so I had to go for option B, 360.
Good.
I tried to hide myself behind the wall for a split second right before I came back and spun my character around her. Spinning can be very helpful sometimes with line of sight blockers like that wall for an example. Turn your camera or you won't make it. It's better to bump into the wall and die with the prospect of eventually getting better at it than never trying it because you were too scared to begin with. Have faith that you'll get there eventually. Now that my window blocked, I will run this completely differently. Prior to the window blocking, I ran the middle multiple times. But now I will run this in a manner that will give me line of sight blockers against her until I finally am able to go for my next move, which is pretending to commit to a pallet vault to possibly force a swing.
She's gonna swing here for sure. Yep.
Now that we made her swing and the window is blocked, all we can do is pray and hope that she gives up, or a teammate maybe comes in and takes a hit for us, unless she messes up. Remember those exits we were talking about earlier? It's time to use them again. Once we get here, we stay in a nice check spot and try to force another pallet break to get rid of that bloodlust. And don't forget to use the windows and loops instead of panic vaulting over that pallet again. And step 11, tracking your killers with time. I know this might sound odd, but hear me out. Once we drop this pallet, she has to be behind that wall. As we make our way towards the window, we see that she never showed up on the right side of that loop. And by now, she should be there. And remember what we said in the beginning?
If you have your camera where you saw the killer last, you will surely know most of the time where they are going, or at the very least, where they can't be. If I'm looking towards this window and that wall on the right-hand side, I know for a fact the killer cannot be behind me or somewhere to my left. Same goes with this window. She never passed it, so she has to be behind me.
And there she is right there. You won't always be able to see the killer, and there will be times other fakes can be implemented, but this is a way to get more confidence in your chases. You will never play perfectly in DBD, and as a survivor, I don't think it's always possible. But with enough patience, you'll have way more fun in this game. And once you know what to look out for, you'll be unstoppable.
Oh my God, I am so sorry, guys. Your boy, when I say lock in.
All right, now let's watch that in real time and let me know, would you have done anything differently here?
All right, we're gonna dip here now, actually. Jesus Lord. Just kidding, we stay here now. He's gonna break it from here, I assume. All right, she's moonwalking that, it looked like. There we go. Fake one way, come back this way. Did I use my dead hard too? I did. I need her to break that shit. Really, I do. All right, she's gonna swing here for sure. Yep. Resilience W. I break away now to this. W for them. He's over here. All right, if I could get a heal, my God.
Folks, I hope I have earned your likes and maybe even a sub. I plan for this to be a series, so if you have any suggestions for the future content, please leave a comment down below. And I promise you, on the next video, the demo game as well as the dead hard that we kind of didn't have enough time to go over, we will in fact go over in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Much love.